The Three Treasures, The Legend of Luck, Equipment, and Pets. Characters and backgrounds. Protagonist, Su Chen is Chinese, 22 years old, with a calm personality but a passionate heart. Possess 3 invincible treasures, the lucky ring, mysterious equipment, and the legendary pet shadow beast. He excelled in strategy and martial arts, mastered the mysteries of yin and yang, and eventually reached the pinnacle of his career. Heroine, Lu Yingluo, Korean, 18 years old, a talented disciple of the Onmyoji, proficient in runes and formations. Has a deep emotional entanglement with Su Chen, and has assisted him in solving problems many times. Villain, Lei Ziyuan. Is Japanese, 30 years old, a business tycoon who combines ruthlessness and cunning, secretly controls the forces of the rivers and lakes, intending to seize Su Chen's 3 treasures in order to control the world. Other main characters. Yang Yunlin, Chinese, Su Chen's friend, master forger. Jin Ling, Korean, Lu Yingluo's senior sister, master of Onmyoji. Flying Blade, a mysterious killer from Europe and America, later an ally. Synopsis. Su Chen obtained the 3 treasures overnight, but attracted countless strong enemies to covet them. With luck and mysterious equipment, he counterattacked all the way in the arena, rivers and lakes, and business battles. Partnering with Lu Yingluo, crack the mysteries of yin and yang, find the secret realm of legends, and challenge heroes from all walks of life. In the end, he won the highest glory in the Mandate of Heaven conference and was proud of the world. Chapter 1, An Unexpected Night, The 3 Treasures Descend. In Beijing in late autumn, the night is like ink, and Su Chen walks alone in the dilapidated alleys. The neon lights flashed, reflecting the determined light in his eyes. He is ordinary, but he hides an extraordinary fate. At this moment, a strong light broke out on the corner of the street, and Su Chen was wrapped in a mysterious force. When he awoke, he found that he had an extra ring glowing blue on his wrist, a set of silver-black equipment and an ancient box glowing green in his backpack. The runes on the ring flickered slowly, the equipment exuded the cold aura of steel, and in the box, a nimble shadow beast jumped out, its eyes as bright as emerald. It's lucky rings? Su Chen sighed softly, his fingers touched the ring, and he instantly felt an indescribable aura of luck enveloping his whole body. The shadow phantom beast screamed softly, as if to say, "Master, I will accompany you on your journey through the world." At this time, a cold voice sounded from the shadows, "Owner of the 3 treasures, from now on your destiny will rewrite the pattern of the world." Su Chen's fate has since opened the prologue. Chapter 2, The First Entry, The Secret of the Lucky Ring. The next day, Su Chen put on mysterious equipment and stepped into the rivers and lakes full of opportunities and dangers. The lucky ring allowed him to win several consecutive competitions and crack the traps of other masters in a row. He met Lu Yingluo, a girl who was cracking the yin and yang formations of the rivers and lakes. The two hit it off at first sight and walked together. "Your ring is not only lucky, it is also closely related to the mystery of yin and yang," Lu Yingluo said. "Yin and yang?" Su Chen asked curiously. "It is the most profound power in heaven and earth, which can merge yin and yang to create infinite possibilities." Su Chen realized that the 3 treasures in his hands were not only a symbol of strength, but also an opportunity between heaven and earth. Chapter 3, The Mysterious Equipment, The Heart of Steel. The equipment is a rare treasure created by Yang Yunlin, which combines ancient and modern technology. As a result, Su Chen's combat effectiveness has increased greatly, and he can use a variety of fighting techniques and mechanical tactics. During a surprise attack, Su Chen used the intelligent system hidden in his equipment to successfully defeat the obsidian assassins who tried to capture the treasure. "This outfit seems to resonate with my body and mind," he exclaimed. The shadow phantom jumped to the side, groaning as if in response to its master. Chapter 4, The Shadow Beast Awakens, A Destiny Treasure. The night was falling, the wind was like a blade, and Su Chen and Lu Yingluo embarked on a journey to the falling moon ancient plain together. It is said that there is a yin-yang diagram fragment buried there, a key clue to decipher the mystery. And this journey is the beginning of the change in the fate of the Shadow Phantom Beast. Shadow Phantom Beast, that spirit beast with an appearance like a black panther, eyes like emerald, and a slender and powerful tail, has always been silent and mysterious since Su Chen obtained it. It never speaks, nor does it take the initiative to attack, but it can always save its master in times of crisis. Late that night, when the two of them arrived in the ancient plain, the surrounding area was filled with gloomy air, the soil was dry and cracked like snake scales, and the air was filled with ancient and violent energy. As soon as they approached the entrance of the ruins, the ground suddenly cracked, and more than a dozen black-robed assassins jumped out in all directions. The first person, named Red Blood Shadow, is the head of the 9 night ghosts under Lei Ziyuan, specializing in assassination missions. His eyes were gloomy, and his fingertips were as sharp as daggers. Hand over the 3 treasures, and you may be able to live one more night. Su Chen had already prepared, the equipment on his body was instantly transformed, and a pair of flaming fist armor covered his hands, swinging a combo like a tiger descending the mountain, knocking the assassin who rushed forward backwards. Lu Yingluo used talisman paper to activate the formation, and silver light dropped from the sky like a waterfall, blocking the enemy. Just as the enemy was about to close in, the Shadow Phantom suddenly erupted with a strange light. It was originally calm, but the green light in its eyes suddenly turned to red gold, and its size suddenly skyrocketed to 3 times, and its body was covered with shadow flames. The Red Blood Shadow's face changed greatly. That's the legendary Wraith Spirit Beast. It has evolved. The Shadow Beast roared, and the sound waves were like thunder that split the sky, shaking the blood of the surrounding enemies. It flashed and teleported to the center of the enemy formation, and its tail swept out like a black blade, knocking down the 3 assassins together. Su Chen looked at the Shadow Phantom Beast in the battle, and his heart was inexplicably moved. This was not an ordinary battle, this was the choice of fate. It is awakened for the sake of protection. The battle ended within a short time, with Crimson Shadow absconding from his wounds and the assassins suffering heavy casualties. The falling moon ancient plains returned to silence. Lu Yingluo said softly, Shadow Phantom Beast. It was originally one of the mythical beasts that had been lost from the Yin-Yang Temple. Following you now means that you are standing on the axis of the Upanishads. Su Chen stared at the Shadow Phantom Beast, which sat quietly at his feet, touching his hand with his forehead, and there was warmth and trust. At this moment, between them, it is no longer just the relationship between the master and the favor, but also the companion of life and death. Chapter 5, A Preliminary Study of the Mystery of the Yin and Yang. In the depths of the falling moon ancient plains, they found the broken yin-yang diagram. This picture records a lost technique, turning void and reality, Tei in refining realm. Legend has it that it can reverse the enemy's attack and turn nothingness into substance. It is a kind of yin and yang mystery that is almost forbidden art. However, the scroll was so badly damaged that it was impossible to read it completely. At this time, Lu Yingluo's senior sister, Jinling, quietly appeared. Jinling, dressed in an inky purple robe, wears a silver crown with fox patterns, and hides unfathomable wisdom in her eyes. She used to be Lu Yingluo's closest person, but now she has joined another faction and is working for Lei Ziyuan. Yingluo, your talent is too dazzling, but you are dragged down by Su Chen. Jinling said in a low voice, I'm here to persuade you to turn back. Lu Yingluo shook her head firmly, the path I have chosen does not need anyone's approval. Jinling's eyes were cold, and with a finger of his hand, a 9-fold array appeared in the air, and each layer seemed to be able to devour heaven and earth. She wants to forcibly seize the yin and yang diagram, and she also wants to take Lu Yingluo. Su Chen faced the battle, and the Shadow Phantom Beast stood side by side with him, and one person and one beast showed an unprecedented tacit understanding. Jinling was surprised to find that although Su Chen did not have the blood of an onmyoji, he was able to create his own simplified spell during the battle and directly crack the power of her formation. Your 3 jewels. Born with yin and yang. Jinling said coldly, you are the one who was prophesied. Finally, Su Chen used the avoid and reality transformation learned in the yin-yang diagram to reverse Jinling's ultimate attack and severely damage the opponent. When Jinling was defeated and retreated, he left a sentence in a low voice, you still don't understand, the things on your body are enough to destroy the world. Chapter 6 The Undercurrents of the Rivers and Lakes, Lei Ziyuan's Conspiracy. Lei Ziyuan sat in an extremely tall building, with black translucent glass behind it, reflecting his control over the entire city. Through the combination of high-end technology and yin-yang arts, he has built an underground empire. Jinling is defeated. He whispered to himself, his fingers tapping the virtual image on the table. That Su Chen is even stronger than I expected. Unhurried, he summoned Flying Blade, a killer who had terrified countless masters, and the only foreign warrior who could match Su Chen. Flying Blade, blonde hair and blue eyes, a light armor, and a ghostly figure. He looked at Lei Ziyuan and said indifferently, "You want me to kill him?" "Nope." Lei Ziyuan smiled softly, "I want him to choose, on my side." The Flying Blade raised his eyebrows, thoughtfully. At this time, Su Chen had stepped into the center of his fate. The door of yin and yang will open, and the power of the three treasures is gradually awakening. His next battle will change the order of the entire world. Chapter 7, The Battle of the Arena, the counterattack begins. The Endless Arena, located in the north of the Kunlun Relic Realm, is the highest level of trial hall in the entire professional world. It is rumored that only those who have passed the 10 levels of life and death can obtain the peak seal and become the real number 1 in the world. On this day, tens of thousands of people gathered, the audience was full, thousands of broadcast machines were suspended in the sky, and countless eyes converged on the central platform. When Su Chen and Lu Yingluo arrived at the venue, there were already several strong men fighting on the battle platform. The thunder was deafening, the flames were soaring, and the collision of divine skills was like a natural disaster. District 7 qualifiers, No 0471, Su Chen, please play. He slowly stepped onto the stage, and the audience around him whispered. The one who holds the 3 jewels of legend. He? I'm only 22 years old, why should I participate in an event of this level? It is said that he has a lucky ring, and he draws the weakest opponent every time. Su Chen didn't respond to any taunts, he only summoned the shadow phantom beast beside him, raised his right hand lightly, and the black and silver equipment locked one by one, and the power core was immediately activated, and the light pattern appeared from his body, and his aura changed suddenly. His opponent is the explosive Wolf King Eric from the European Mercenary Alliance, who is a beast to strengthen his muscles and is as big as a mountain. Eric laughed, "Boy, today I will let you know what strength crushing is." The first blow of the opening, Eric rushed out like an arrow from the string, his fist was split, Su Chen dodged insufficiently, and was repelled a few steps, and the audience exclaimed. But in the next second, he raised his hand to urge the lucky nature of the ring, and the floor suddenly slipped, and Eric was out of balance. "It's now!" Su Chen roared, his figure flashed to the enemy's side, and a strengthened hook fist slammed down, hitting Eric's left shoulder. The shadow phantom beast cooperates at the same time, the tail blade stabs, and the double tap is heavy. Eric was furious, turned around and let out a beastly roar, and swung a punch at Su Chen's head, and the chi burst open. Just as it was about to strike, the shadow phantom beast rushed forward and forcibly ate the attack, spitting out shadow energy from its mouth, enveloping Eric in an instant. Su Chen was furious and shouted, "Who allowed you to hurt my companion?" He activated the ultimate core inside the equipment, the steel spiral breaking army mode, and his right fist burned flames, smashing out with a bang. The entire arena was shaken, dust was flying, and Eric fell to the ground. After a second of silence, the audience erupted in thunderous applause. In this battle, Su Chen officially stood on the competition list, and jumped from a little-known numbered player to the top 100 list in one fell swoop, which attracted great attention from major forces. Chapter 8, Coalition and Betrayal. After the competition, Su Chen and Lu Yingluo were invited to attend an elite banquet hosted by the Five Parties Alliance. Here are masters and leaders from all over the world, each with their own agenda. At the banquet, a man in a white gold robe came up and announced to himself, "I am Flying Blade." Su Chen's eyes froze, this name was already familiar, the legendary killer who had single-handedly defeated the 7th Mercenary Regiment in Western Europe. Flying Blade said in a light tone, "I am not here to fight, but to invite you to join the alliance. Lei Ziyuan can't be trusted, he wants to use you to destroy the order of this world." Su Chen asked, "Why did you betray him?" Flying Blade smiled lightly, "Because I want to win too." But just as the two were exchanging affections, Lu Yingluo suddenly felt a change in the formation. She pulled out the talisman sword hidden in her sleeve, and shouted angrily, "No, someone has placed a soul-snatching forbidden spell." There was chaos in the banquet venue, and a familiar figure emerged from the shadows, it was Jinling. She said coldly, "This time, I won't show mercy." She has completely taken refuge in Lei Ziyuan, and learned his secret method of rebellion, which can forcibly reverse the yin and yang energy and strengthen herself, but at the cost of devouring her soul. Jinling's attack was even more ferocious, and every rune was close to the point. Lu Yingluo was defeated for a while and was repulsed and seriously injured. Su Chen was furious and shouted, "You dare to hurt her!" He activated the ring, the energy in his body ran wild, and the equipment lines emitted red flames, and the entire battlefield trembled. A punch was thrown, knocking Jinling back, but the other party smiled one last time. The next time we see each other, it will be your destruction. She turned into a black haze and fled. Flying Blade stood aside and sighed. It seems that you are no longer just a contestant, but Lord of Troubled Times. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 9, Adventure in the Secret Realm, the Temple of the Yin and Sun. In order to crack a more complete yin-yang diagram, Su Chen and his entourage embarked on a journey to the Lost Land Yin-Yang Temple, where it is rumored that the original yin-yang source power is hidden. Along the way, they experience illusions, traps, and soul trials, and the Shadow Phantom also reveals a new ability to devour some of its energy and transform it into a resonant shield wall to protect its owner in times of crisis. Deep in the temple, an ancient stone door slowly opened, engraved with 10 ancient characters. Those who hold the 3 treasures can defy heaven and earth. Su Chen stepped into the door and felt the incomparably vast energy oppression, and the entire space was like a black hole swallowing everything. And in the deepest part of this temple, they are about to usher in the most shocking turning point. Lei Ziyuan, he appeared. He smiled meaningfully. Come, Master of the 3 Jewels, it's time for us to talk about the true destiny of this world. Chapter 10, Fate Revealed, the true name of the 3 treasures. In the depths of the Yin-Yang Temple, the space trembled silently. The stone walls are covered with golden patterns, revolving around the central altar like a book from the sky. Lei Ziyuan stood there, holding a white but blood-stained scroll. He had no armor on him, only a dark red robe, the corners of which fluttered slightly with the turbulence of the air, as if he himself was the master of the space. Do you know what your 3 jewels really are? Lei Ziyuan's eyes were deep and his tone was slow, as if he was telling an ancient myth. Su Chen looked at him coldly. The battle armor in his body resonated slightly, but he forcibly suppressed his anger and replied, they are my strength, and they are also the reason why I protect everything. Wrong. Lei Ziyuan smiled lightly. Your 3 treasures are actually the keys to 3 Realm Seal. As soon as these words came out, even Lu Yingluo and Flying Blade's faces changed. Lei Ziyuan raised the ancient scroll in his hand, which was the boundary book that recorded the last words of the ancient Onmyoji, sealing the entrance from the underworld, and to open the seal, it was necessary to rely on 3 things. 1. The Ring of Heavenly Fortune has the ability to transform cause and effect and create luck against fate. 2. Breaking the armor of the army, devouring the battle intent of heaven and earth, can break 10,000 formations and 10,000 laws. 3. The beast of the common spirit, born in the same tone as yin and yang, is the first beast of the spiritual era of heaven and earth. These 3 treasures represent the materialization of fate, power, and will. And you, with these 3 jewels. But he didn't realize that he was the boundary starter predestined by fate. Lei Ziyuan's eyes flashed red, and his tone gradually became excited. Open the gate of the 3 realms, and I will reshape this decaying world. No more classes, no more destinies, everything I'm in charge. You're crazy. Lu Yingluo gritted her teeth. Behind the seal of the 3 realms is the Hades Temple of All Souls. Once it is opened, all the creatures of all races will be spared. Lei Ziyuan sneered and stretched out his hand towards Su Chen. Come on, hand over your 3 treasures. I will not kill you, as long as you surrender. I will make you the first guardian of the new world. Su Chen closed his eyes, and recalled everything in his mind for a moment, from the day and night research in the mechanical workshop, to the countless battles to the death, the company of the Shadow Phantom Beast, the trust of Lu Yingluo, and the consciousness of the Flying Blade. He opened his eyes burning with unshakable determination. My 3 jewels are for me to protect my friends and hopes, not to give you an excuse to destroy the world. In the next moment, the battle broke out. Lei Ziyuan tore through the space and summoned the shadow demon body. His limbs were like knives, and his body was like a chaotic spirit. The air shook violently, and even the temple itself was collapsing. Su Chen unleashed the greatest power of the 3 treasures, and the Ring of Heavenly Fortune turned into a wheel of fate, running around him, reversing the breakpoint of time and space, break the armor of the army to swallow the battle spirit of heaven and earth, and achieve the God of War body. The shadow beast roars into a dragon and spreads its Stygian wingspan. 1 man, 1 beast, face the shadow. Hundreds of moves were fiercely fought, and the space was shattered. Lu Yingluo set up a formation on the side, using her lifeline to cast the boundary sealing spell, hoping to seal the rift again. Lei Ziyuan laughed maniacally, bleeding profusely, but he was still making the final summoning. The gate of the underworld, open. But at that moment, Su Chen punched out, and with the help of the final strike, boundary breaking of the broken military armor, he knocked Lei Ziyuan into the core of the seal. Lu Yingluo shouted, quick! Let the 3 jewels touch the seal at the same time. Su Chen shouted angrily, pouring the power of the ring, armor, and shadow phantom beast into the altar, and the entire temple turned into a light vortex, and the door of the seal gradually closed. Suddenly, the world fell silent. Lei Ziyuan's figure left a sentence at the last moment before the seal closed. This chess game has just begun. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11, After Dawn. When Su Chen woke up, he was already outside the temple. Lu Yingluo leaned beside him and fell asleep, and the flying blade sat aside and guarded quietly. The sky was slightly bright, and the fog had not yet dispersed. The shadow beast curled up at his feet, and although it was seriously injured, its face was full of peace. The seal of the three realms has been secured, but the distant sky still hides unresolved crises. Flying Blade slowly got up, his tone unusually soft. You did it, first stage. Su Chen nodded and looked into the distance. He knew that Lei Ziyuan had not really been defeated, and the gate of the three realms had not really been broken. In the future, stronger opponents and bigger conspiracies await. But at this moment, he holds the three treasures in his hands, has a partner in his heart, and is no longer lonely on the road under his feet. He, Su Chen, will use fate as a pen to write his own legend.